Hello, I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this is a replacement video for last Wednesday when I did my Wake Up Wednesday. I went back and looked at it as I got ready to post it and realized this is awful. I'm not even on screen most of the time. You can't see what I'm doing. All kinds of things like that. So I had told you guys I was thinking about doing a one of these cards with the bear, and so I thought, you know what, it's quiet right now. I'm ready for my class tomorrow. I think I'll give it a shot. So I think that's what we'll do. And as soon as I can see that I am on here like I should be, I'm just going to check my tablet here and make sure that I am on. And if you're joining me, if you got a message and you're joining me, welcome. And if you are watching this as a rerun, that's fine. I'm glad you're here. So, let's see, I think I have to change and get off of there and get onto me. There we are. Okay, good. I am on screen and it looks like you can see almost my whole paper. So let's scoot this over a little bit this way, I think. And that will get you more onto it. Thank you for joining me. I am so glad you're here. So this is the card that I did on Wednesday. It's a box card. Get it out of here. And it's just a beautiful card made with the new Violets bundle that's coming out in July 1st, I believe it is. So that's like next week. But it's just such a beautiful card. And this Violet here is part of the paper pack. They have some like punch outs that are there, and you can punch them out. And I just used it on there and just, use the bundle. So we're going to do Sweet Old Bear. I think that's what he's called. No, that's sweet words. That coordinates with it. Let's see. I think I have him here. Sweet Old Friends. That's what it is. And the paper is called Silly Old Bear. I think it'd be easier if we just named it Sweet Old Bear DSP, then everything would coordinate word-wise. So anyway, that's what we're going to use tonight. I'm not going to use this set a lot. No, because I'm not going to stamp any of these images. I am going to use the Sweet Words labels, Sweet Words and Labels, because it has all these great labels. And I don't have the words. I don't think I bought. I did buy it. They are here. They're right here. So we'll have to figure out what we're putting inside. Old friends are the best friends. The best kind of days are the days spent together. Maybe that's the one I'll put in there. That's a cute one. Okay. Anyway, we could do anything in there. We're going to figure it out as we go along. So I am going to use... Let's see, let's start with the card. We need to start with a paper trimmer and the card base. So I'm going to use a different color. So you can see on this one, where did I put it? This one, I use pretty much all white on that. And so part of this we're going to just make up as we go along. And part of it, I know what I'm doing. So we'll go from there. Okay, so this piece here is going to be my inside box. I'm going to make this this is going to be the outside. That's going to be my outside. So that's going to be cut at 5.5 by 8.25. So let's cut our 5.5 first by 8.25. And then we're going to score it at 4.25. And we're going to just set that aside. Okay, now I have a piece of Very Vanilla, and it's already cut at 5.5 by 8.5. At least I believe it is. 5.5. 8.5. Yes, good. Okay. So for this one, we're going to score. Guess I should have pulled my pattern out. Huh? That would help. Let's see. Let's see here. So, it's not that one. It's got to be one of these. Okay. This one. That will make it easier. So I will put these instructions online this time. I know I said I would before, but I will do it this time because I didn't want to put them on there when I didn't have a good video. So this is 1/2. We're going to score. And then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to score at 4 1/4 and 4 3/4. Oh! Okay, we're going to get a new piece of paper. I'm sure you've never done that, huh? Let's start this over. Okay, 5 1/2. And I'm usually so good about putting my cutting blade down at the bottom. Okay, 1/2 up here, which is right there. And then turn it around and do 4 1/4. And 4 3/4. Okay. And let's get our bone folder. Are we done with this? I think we are for right now. We'll set that behind me. Okay. So I am going to get my bone folder here and burnish this. And I know I put one on my table because I wanted to make sure I did. Okay. It's not there. Seriously, here it is. Got it. Okay. So let's burnish that there and here. Those are the two main ones I want right now, but we'll go ahead and do all of them because I am going to put this in my die cut machine. So if you have a directional paper, you want to be really careful because this is the direction that your paper is going to go. This is going to go in the seam and this is right side up. So for this, I am going to use this pretty paper. And it's not cut the right size, so this needs to be cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So I'll just cut that at 3 1/2 real quick. Okay, perfect. We're going to adhere that, but we do not want to put glue in the center. So I'm going to hope my green glue is going to work here today. I hate doing it because this side is so cute. It's got all those cute little animals on it. I think I'm going to have to buy more of this paper just because I love the cute little animals. My middle child loved Eeyore. That was his favorite. And he's the one that lives with me. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's see if I can grab it out. I cleaned up and put everything away so that I could do my class. And so I don't know where I put things away. Oh, it's right here, my stamp and seal. So we'll just use that. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's turn it around this way. Get that end will grab. Okay, and this has no direction, so I don't have to worry about that. And we're just going to attach it here. Now, I'm going to go die cut this, and I am going to use the smallest one that I'm using. Okay, I have 3 different sizes that I'm using. So this one is going to get die cut just like that. That's why I didn't want you to, we're going to use this centerpiece. So that's why we didn't put glue in the middle. So just place that in there and send it through and have a nice little hole in it. Okay. And if if your die has direction, you want to be careful on that too and make sure that it's right side up. Okay, so here is the inside piece. Did I go over too far? Nope. I'm good. That we're going to save up because we're going to need that. Okay, so let's go back to our 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're going to fold this in half now and burnish it. And if you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it because it's dark. This is not the same size. If we got a card like that, we'd go, oh gosh, somebody goofed if you're at a class. But we want it smaller because that's going to show on the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive right along here. I'm going to lay this inside here. Top and bottom matching. Whoops. And just close that front over it with the small side on the back. Okay, the smallest side goes on the back. So now you can see when it closes, I have a cute little edge on here. Did I do it right? I did it wrong, guys. Ah! Okay, let's get it off. Okay, you know, I can give you a trick that takes this off really good. So if you take and heat up your heat gun, heat tool, and just run that over that glue. This is what not to do. How about that? Don't put it on backwards. Take that off. And we can pull that loose, and it comes right apart. Now, however, which one? I thought that was my short side. That is my short side. The short side goes on the back. That's what I did. Okay, so we're going to just put this back in here with the short side on the back. By short side, I mean it's narrower. Okay. Okay, and that's fine because we're going to glue that on there anyway. Now, you have this little bit of a lip here. By doing it in 2 different colors, it will show. Okay, I have a piece of our new Golden Glow paper that coordinates. All of our in colors coordinate with this designer series paper really well. So I'm going to just cut us a piece of that, and that's going to be 3 1/2 by 5 1/4 also. So I'm hoping this is about 5 1/4. It is 3 1/2. I might get a little light. Let's see if it'll fit inside there. Perfectly. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to open this up again. And this is where this piece is going to go, right in here. Now, if I was really good, I would go ahead and put my little greeting on here, and it would come out centered perfectly, but that doesn't happen. Okay, then you fold this back over, all the way over to there. And remember that glue that I had along here? Well, that's going to help hold it closed. Do not go past this score line. There's a score line right there. Don't go past the score line. Let's get a lot of glue on here, and let's just go ahead and close that up. And I'm going to kind of force it because I think because of that gluing, it just kind of got funky there. And then we're going to open it up, and it is perfect. And there we are. That is a box card. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, now we have this piece, which is going to go in here. But we have to stamp something on that first. And this is the set. This is the stamp set that goes with it. Let's pull this one out. And I'm just going to stamp that right in the center on there with Early Espresso, since that's the color that we're working with. And this is a brand new stamp, so it may or may not stamp nice, guys. So you know the best thing to do to clean that off is to rub it on denim is really the best, but I don't wear denim. That's pretty clean though. It looks pretty good. So what I will do is I will take one of our chamois and rub it on there really good. Just hold the chamois, rub it really good so that you rub off anything that's on there. Rub it on my hand, kind of get all that. There's a residue that's on there. We want that residue gone, even though it's stamped really nice. Whoops, now it's even worse. Now it's worse. Also, usually the first inking isn't good. So the second inking is much better. Okay. I went kind of high on that because I think I might want to put something at the bottom, like a honey pot or something. I don't know. Yeah, honey pot. That would be cute. Okay, so this is going to go in there. Let's just do a little honey pot. And I think we'll do that in Golden Glow. We have a little honey pot die. Let's do that in the Golden Glow because that would be a yellow. So we're going to cut that out using our die cut machine. Maybe we'll do tulip petals down there. I think that would be cute, don't you? Oops. Okay. I can get them off of my plate. Aren't those cute? I think they're adorable. Okay. Put that back in there so we don't lose it. And we'll just attach these two little pots with a glue dot. How about that? This is a fun card. I'm liking this card. Take your pick tool. And I'm just going to put one going this way, maybe a little that way, and one going this way. There we go. Two little honey pots. And those are going to go inside of there. If I can get it up. I'm going to put some adhesive. I would have used green glue here so I could move it. You can't do it when it's, I mean, you could put it in here this way. You could put it in that way. But I want my box straight up so that when you open it, it's kind of straight up. This could have been even a little smaller. So see, it's already grabbed and I didn't want that to happen. Okay. So we're just going to come over. I'm just going to try to make it work. Oops. This is not the easiest part. How about that? So if I had the green glue, it would be easier to move it around. Yeah. But my green glue is not working right now. It's on strike. Okay. That's going to have to do. All right, let's decorate the front of this card. Okay, so for the front of the card, I want, the inside. First of all, I want the front of the card. Let's go with that. I have a couple things here cut. I am using the Country Woods. We have a no wood, wood grain paper, but it's too dark. It was too dark for what I wanted. So I'm using Country Woods. And I'm going to attach that over here. You're not even going to see the edge of this paper. And then I'm going to attach this over here. And that's not going to work. My Country Woods paper is, okay, you know what? It is going to work. We're going to make it work. Because I'm going to bring this over because I have a ribbon. I have this beautiful ribbon that I want to use. And it's going to come up the side. So, and I'll tell you what, I don't like it when I see the inside of my ribbon see my ribbon inside the card. So I'm going to show you a trick to help with that. Let's see if I can open this flat and do this so that I get it right on the edge. Okay. And then this piece I'm going to attach, and it's going to go right along here. So I want to cross over there. And then just make sure this section here is even. I wanted to cut this wider, but I didn't. So that's okay. Now we're going to attach this and tie a bow. I could have gone down. I can go down in there still. I almost need to go down in there, don't I? We're going to undo that again. We should have done this before. We glued it together, right? That's enough. I think that's enough. Good enough. Okay, let's make sure it's long enough. I'm gonna have to put some green glue in there just to get that. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. Okay. Now I can put this in here, and then I'll reattach that. So I'm not sure when you should do that. So if you're putting a ribbon in it, I would say put your ribbon around here first and then attach. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to put glue here to hold my ribbon, just because that way when I stick this, it will stick to the ribbon and it will be good. Because I don't know how much ribbon I'm going to need, I am just going to go with probably way too much. Okay. Now let's put this back down. Whoops, let's get it straight first. And I'm going to put some more adhesive on there, just because I want that to stick really good. Let's lay it down straight in there and put that down. That was a little tricky. And let's see how, oh good, it worked. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to tie my ribbon, tie my bow. Straighten that out a little bit. See, I got way more than I needed. Probably would have been easier to have wrapped my ribbon around and then tied a bow and adhered it. That's what I should have done. So then you would just attach your adhesive at the top and the bottom. I mean, your ribbon at the top and the bottom. See, because my ribbon's really in kind of far. It should be centered on this area. And I could have done that if I hadn't put, okay, let's do it. We'll fix it, huh? One way or another. Okay, let's do that. We're just going to cut out the center of this ribbon. Okay, sticky ribbon. I'll get it. Don't worry. Okay, now we're just going to attach this ribbon because see, I've even torn this part. So I would say attach your ribbon to this, to your card base to start with. Just like that. Okay. Then put this down. Now we can tie a bow. Right? And we've got the same look without all the bulk of having the ribbon in there. Oh, I think those are not my ribbon scissors. Okay. And now I can attach my bow with a glue dot. Okay, now I have die cut where are they? Not this one. I have a frame for this one. And I have Winnie the Pooh, or the bear cut out. Here it is. Oh, here's the piece of paper I was going to use. That was wider. Okay, that's all right. So I cut out this cute little Pooh that is in the designer series paper and cut out a shape to go behind him. We're going to attach this together and then we're going to pop up the shape. And just put that right on there with some dimensionals. As soon as I can put my hands on the large ones. Of course, I'm getting all the little ones in my rack. Here's some pieces. How about that? These are always good for all these large pieces because you can kind of shape them like that. It's evening hours, and so my lighting in this room is different in the evening hours, especially for videoing. I'm sorry, there's so many shadows. But that's why I usually do it in the morning, because I get the sunlight from my window in here. But I had the time, and my husband and son are busy doing something, and it was quiet in the house, so it was perfect. Okay, we're going to add this to the front. Just like that. Let's see, what else can we put on there? Oh, I know, I have a frame to go inside. So with this one, I put these two dies together. Just like that. Just laid them on my paper and die cut them together. And I got this frame for inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach that. I am going to need my green glue, aren't I? I have the worst time with the green glue. I love it, but I have the worst time keeping it flowing. Nope. I'm always having to unplug it. Okay, so you guys know what these are. These are for if you have a bridge. They're for dental purposes, but they do work good for these. You can buy them at any pharmacy. You look at that glue stuck in there. Okay, whoops. I forgot my trash can's not over there. They're waiting to be emptied. So they are over by the door. And now my floor's getting all dirty. It's getting pieces of paper all over it. Okay, let's figure out which side is the good side. You know, there's a good side and a bad side to these die cuts. This is the bad side. So let's just go ahead and put this in here. Come on. That still didn't get it out, did it? It is still not coming out, even with that. Let's try it again. I'm going to have glue all over my fingers. Okay, now it's coming out all over. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of glue on here. Maybe. I think I got more glue on my fingers than I have on the paper. It's still not. Okay, where's my other glue? That's one of the problems with that This one just works better. There we go. This one has a pin that goes back into it, and so that's why it doesn't plug up. And we're just going to attach that right in there. My eyes are not working very well at this time of night. All right. That is our card for tonight. I think we need some bling, probably. Let me give you a preview of something that's coming up in the future. It is called Mosaic Adhesive Back Dots. I think they would be beautiful on this. So they're very pretty. They will be out sometime in the future here, because we're as a demonstrator, we get to see things way before you guys do. We get most of our products, we get about 6 weeks out before they launch for the public. So if you like being first to see, you can sign up to be a demonstrator, and I would love to have you on my team. You can go to stampwithdeb.com, and there you can find the instructions on how to join. We have a new join offer starting July 1st. So be sure to check that out. Okay, I think we'll just leave that in there. And I think we'll just pull a couple of these off. And my Take Your Pick tools don't have tips. Of course not. Have the right tip. Just pull it across the room. So, but I think these would be really pretty on here because they look like a little gold inside of them. Can you guys see those? They're so gorgeous. But I think they'll be pretty on here. So we're just going to add a few of them on here. We'll do a large one, a medium one, and a small one. How about that? Put the large one there. Medium over here. Medium right there. And a small one. Right down there. There we are. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope that this is answers any questions that came up after Wednesday's video. It was kind of a crazy video. This came out cute. I could have put some of the little creatures in here. You could do a lot of different things. So it's just a fun card to make and a fun card to give. Thank you, and I'll see you on Wednesday at 11 a.m.